Hey guys, this is Lord of the Fly. Welcome to Skarlet Tactics 4. I have made a video of this once and it was way too long, so I'm going to have to cut it up into probably two different videos. So first I'm going to do Skarlet Tactics 4, and then I'm going to focus on some questions in the thread that I made, as well as some matchup specific things in other videos. So for Skarlet Tactics 4, I want to talk about specifically the way I pressure with Skarlet and how it's changed. Because everybody's very reliant on that, using enhanced bar to maintain pressure. And although that's good, it's not always the best scenario, especially if you find yourself towards the end of the match and you're playing against, say, a Cyrax player and you need meter. It's just one of those things you want to be careful of. So what I will do with her is I will play footsies as much as I can with instant air daggers, red dashes, red dash slides, forward 4-3s, and I'll try to build as much meter as I can that way. As soon as I get the chance to come in, whether it's with an enhanced bar like this into up slash, or I can whiff punish with a forward 4 like that, what I'll do is I'll change my bread and butter combo in order to grant me more advantage off the reset. So typically what I'll do for max damage is this. Oops. For max damage, I'll do that. When I want to get max reset advantage, if I don't drop it, that's what I'll do for max reset advantage. 36% damage, pretty good for a B&B reset. Gives me plus 12 advantage minimum. Could be more. But the reason why I do that is because that's 12 frames, that's 13 frames or 12 frames or something, and ultimately I want to make them block after the reset. There's a couple reasons why, that's important. Actually, I want to make them not block after the reset is really the goal. But one of the things that I need to point out to you guys is the cancel advantage on her normals. Just like Cabal, she gets the most cancel advantage off of standing 2. She gets plus 26 frames of cancel advantage. Red dash comes out in 29 frames, leaving her at -3. Still safe, the same as after a blocked slide, which we all know really isn't that big a deal. So what I'll do is after a reset, I'll do that. Because they can't crouch neutral block it. And I'll show you why. If I'm on the frame. If I'm on the frame, they can't block it. Oops. So if I'm on the frame, they can't neutral crouch to standing 2. So it means they have to block it. Now, if I do this consistently and I train them, to stand block standing 2, I can always check them with a down 3 if they're 3 frames too late. If they're 3 frames late, I get the down 3, and if they try to move, I get that into a forward 4 check, which is awesome. Now, what's also good about it is if they start realizing what you're going to do, they might let go of block early and try to attack early, which leaves this open. Or, and then you can do it again. So you got options there. And I just like mixing it up with this. And if they realize that you're going to do that and they're not sure when to let go of a block, they might just hold it in the whole time until you slide or they realize they have advantage. So what I like to do then is mix up with stuff like this. I'll mix it up with my empty red dashes like that. Now, all that stuff makes them second guess because they're not sure what to do. They don't know if it's, if at any point what you're going to do. Now, what else is really cool that I'm learning about and working on the best ways to do it is low hitbox characters. Up slash hits them when they're crouching. The only way up slash does not hit them is if they do a move like down 3 that lowers their hitbox beneath up slash. So, crouching or not, sometimes doing that is just as effective as doing that. because they're not blocking. Half the time when slide hits anyway, it's because they're not blocking, not because they tried to, you know, stand up. It's because they just weren't blocking and tried to poke or something, and that hits them. So the same scenario works here. If the slide is going to hit because they're not blocking, that's going to hit for the same reasons. So you just got to keep in mind when your opponent is going to do that, and sometimes it's ideal to just do that anyways, because on block, I don't even think it's that unsafe. I mean, it might be full combo punishable to the right characters, but I don't think that's every character. And I'm just going to find out real quick. I'm pulling up her frame data, sorry. I had it all out when my computer went to sleep. So, on block, up slash is -13. That's not too safe. So maybe that's not the best idea. Against the right character, though, it might not be that big a deal, especially if I'm not expecting it, because I think Reptile's dash is -13 actually, and a lot of times that doesn't even get punished. So I don't know, maybe it's not that big a deal. So when it comes down to it, her pressure system doesn't need to revolve around that. It can revolve around empty red dashes, what's really cool is if you do something like that, you can get a crossover easily because it's not that unsafe on block. You can also do something like that on block because it's only -3. If they're not expecting it, a lot of times it'll work. And if they try to poke, you can get one of those and be good to go. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, one more thing. Another cancel string that I use a lot is this. Let's say I want to get some more meter, get some extra chip damage. I can do this after a reset. So normally this string, that's 5 hits. If I do this, that's 6 hits now. So I get an extra chip, does an extra 2% in damage, and they're likely to let go of block because they're not sure what you're doing. So you can get sometimes a free combo that way. Those are just some Skarlet Tactics that I really wanted to share with you guys about. The last thing that I'm not sure about, I need somebody to test it with me, is the 1, 2, 3, the 4th hit of this string hits mid. So usually if they're fuzzy guarding it, they need to be crouching and then let go of crouch block right before it hits. On the screen it still looks like they're ducking, but they're not. What I'm trying to figure out is if I can cancel that into enhanced dagger, if it's slow enough to where it'll let them stand up on screen, and if that happens, can I jail them standing with another one of these? So let me just put them on always block. What I'm trying to do is extend the string with an enhanced dagger that way, because they're expecting it to fuzzy guard and keep them crouching so they're safe. By canceling, I'm wondering if that'll actually jail them standing, as if that does, but they start off crouching, but they have to stand because of the mid. Or if that'll work as well, because they got to stand to avoid it, or something like that, or something like that. Anyways, those are just some ideas that I have, and I hope the community can kind of test some of those things for me if you have someone to practice with. I didn't get a chance to practice that with picks. I've been out of town a whole bunch, but if you guys can figure that out and let me know, that would be great. I'm going to be making some more videos in the next few days or so about specific matchups and the questions in the thread, so stay tuned, guys. Thanks.